First on our agenda, we will begin by explaining our strategy to reach Volkswagen's 2018 goals using big data. This data, unlike traditional data, uses a larger volume, structured and unstructured variety, and a high flow speed of velocity. We will delve into this data, determining a plan of action. Finally, we will outline our expected outcomes of using this big data initiative, which will be useful for predicting future trends and assisting managers to make business decisions. Our 2018 strategy for VW begins with their goals for the 2018 fiscal year. We plan to meet these goals by creating a new value offering through electric vehicles in the Chinese market. Volkswagen's successful history in China through joint ventures and high growth has created an ideal platform to take advantage of VW's majority market share in the region and launch a new subset of products. We will create a subgroup of the VW automotive sector deemed EV, encompassing the task of collecting and using big data from the Chinese market to increase sales and gross profit margin. To assess the growth potential for electric vehicles in China, the electric vehicles group within VW Automotive will need to gather data from the Chinese market as a whole and then analyze that data through stages. To make sense of the flood of data that is large in size and in scope, we will draw on measurement technologies to supplant human experts to make our measurements more valuable through business intelligence models via reality mining. We start at a high level and then narrow down to those who are actually considering purchasing an EV. We classify our data into categories and sequentially for such a large population where various data sources will be required. To enable the filtering process presented in the previous slide, we propose the following 5 sensors. We will use different sources including general statistical data and detailed customer surveys aimed towards our customers. The first 2 sensors will be placed with the China NBSC government database, which will provide validated data in a structured format. The data will be assessed on a yearly basis as these reports are only published at the end of each calendar year. The third sensor will be with Baidu, the primary search engine in China. Baidu will provide data analytics with both structured and unstructured content on a quarterly basis. We will capture information about new car searches, source IP addresses, and general statistical data. The last 2 sensors will leverage our 2 existing data subgroups. First, the corporate system recording maintenance orders, and second, the one used for measuring customer satisfaction. These will measure miles driven and customers' interest in EV vehicles. Additional details on how data will be collected are described in the swim lane diagram. The first lane details how we will contact our customers during the surveys. Every 10th customer who takes their car in for service will receive an additional question for EV vehicles. Once results are captured, information will be transmitted to our data warehouse in VW China. The second lane details how we will collect vehicle usage information by assessing structured data in our maintenance database. This information will be pulled by and transmitted to our data warehouse in VW China. The third lane describes the responsibility of the BI analysts, who will assess the external databases, the China National Bureau of Statistics, and Baidu. The information will be downloaded by the marketing team and fed into the data warehouse on a quarterly and yearly basis. The information will be used by the management board of VW China. This information system has been designed to be as automated as possible. We plan to reuse existing systems to reduce overall project costs and locate the data warehouses in China to improve network response times. The market is becoming increasingly aware of environmental conditions and is moving slowly but surely towards EV and fuel-efficient options. Countries such as China are establishing new emission standards that are creating opportunities for automotive manufacturers. VW has a strong brand image and a diversified portfolio that is well coordinated. We dealt with vehicle recalls and emission scandals, but we are working hard to improve our products while simultaneously trying to introduce new products to cater the changing demand. Analysis of the data collected will help VW understand the customer's needs and preferences. After identifying potential customers, we will be able to list the most important attributes they look for in a vehicle, how soon they are looking to buy a new vehicle, and how much space they might need. After analyzing the busiest routes, we can install more charging stations for a free and subsidized cost. We will be using a Hadoop data lake along with our in-house databases to handle big data. The data will be analyzed by data scientists in the VW AG market research team, keeping in mind the characteristics, volume, variety, and velocity, and the challenges, validity, volatility, and veracity of big data. The data analysts will be using sophisticated predictive analysis and data mining techniques in order to narrow down potential customers for VW AG and their preferences. The salient points from the analysis will be given using dashboards and reports to corporate executives and our sales and marketing teams in order to make the best strategic decisions. The data that we have collected over the past 5 years has provided us not only with a target market, but also detailed information about our customers, allowing us to cater to their specific needs. We believe that the following strategies will best allow VW to achieve their 2018 goals. In a recent report by PwC, 69% of automotive executives agreed that a new value offering would be an appropriate direction for new business models based on consumer changes. By providing that, as well as electrified options of older models, we can grow our market share. According to McKinsey in China, the fastest growing market is in terms of automotive sales. That, coupled with the Chinese government's comprehensive electric vehicle initiative, makes it the most attractive market to target. Return on sales is used to measure the amount of profit dollars per sales. By creating an entirely new division, we'll be able to create efficient processes from the ground up, rather than having to test and alter existing systems. Afterwards, we'll be able to share process data with other manufacturing plants around the world. And last but not least, we intend to become the top employer across all brands by attracting the top talent. Many of the most socially responsible companies in the world are also found at the top of Forbes 500 rankings, companies that top professionals want to work for.